We have limitless decisions, opportunities, and timelines to choose from. So where does destiny come into this? Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the Baby Elephant community. On this channel we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And this morning I woke up thinking about free will and destiny, and partly because I've been reading so much about near-death experiences, trying to conceptualize what happened to me recently through an ego death experience. The door just opened by itself, and partly just because I've been feeling called to start studying them a little bit more. And these near-death experience accounts have given me so much context to understand my own awakening that I feel like there is a universal truth, an underlying truth of the nature of reality that is right in front of us. And if we just open ourselves up to it, it's changed my life drastically to live this way, to understand this truth. I know we got deep really fast, so let me go back to the whole free will versus destiny thing. A lot of people ask me about this. A lot of people say, how do I manifest the life I want or control my reality if destiny is a thing? Because I do believe that destiny is a thing, and I've talked about it too. Destiny is real. So where does that play in? Where do we find ourselves within this destiny, this fate? People want to know this because they want to know if they can actually control their financial destiny, their romantic destiny, who they'll end up with, how they will live their lives. And they look at their ancestors and their lineage and their parents, and they look at them for examples, and they're like, you know, I've been lower income my entire life, and so have my parents. How can I break out of this? The truth is, you can break out of everything. You do have free will. Free will is the basic rule of this planet, this universe, this reality. However, it's all destined as well. So what happens is we look at these huge divine concepts through human eyes, and we start to think, well, it has to be this or that. It has to either be destined or it's free will. So from my own awakening process and experience, through my recent ego death experience through plant medicine, and through all these accounts of near-death experiences, I've tied together what I believe is the answer. And if it resonates with you, that's perfect. And if it doesn't, that's also perfect, because it's literally all perfect. Every decision you make somehow still is your destiny. Getting deep this morning, boys. A few years back, I don't even remember when this was already. This was before I was vegan, before I was a YouTuber, before all I knew was law of attraction when it came to spirituality. And I was Jewish and I celebrated holidays. But before I was really deep into my spiritual journey, I had these two moments, and what I called them, I've made a video about this before, and I called it my consciousness shifts, which is still what I consider it, but it was the catalyst and the beginning of my awakening process. And what happened was I had a spontaneous awakening, 30 seconds of enlightenment, if you will. What happened was I was walking there. It was two separate times. I was walking out of my door. I was living at my mom's. It was my early 20s, so this was like 5-6 years ago probably at this point. And I was walking out, and as I reached over to the doorknob, I stopped in my tracks, and I had this consciousness expansion where I saw the universe, I saw the macro, I was pulled out, I scoped out, and I saw everything. And suddenly I had all the answers to why people get sick, the answer to how to cure cancer, the answer to every math problem, every science problem that ever existed. I saw that we are all connected, that every tree, every insect, every being, every human, every single one of us is connected to one another. We are all one. I saw it so clearly, and it's not just a visual thing, it was an emotion as well. The biggest takeaways I got from this is the answer to life and what we truly are, our very essence, is unconditional love, pure love. And not only that, I saw that everything is going according to plan. So on a human level, it might not look like it. There are people starving to death. There's poverty, there's war, there's violence, there's all this political mayhem, there's all this negative stuff happening. Believe it or not, it's all going according to plan and it's all perfect. There's a bigger picture. There really is. And no matter what we do in this lifetime, no matter what decisions we make, it's all destined. It's all perfect. The major feeling I got from this experience was it's all perfect and we are all made of pure unconditional love. We come from love and we return to love, and that is all there is. And we are loved simply for existing. So what I'm trying to get at is you can't make a bad decision. You can, it'll feel bad on this level. It definitely will, and it'll feel negative, and you'll be tortured through it, and you will have a life review one day and you'll have to go through that if it's a really bad decision, like if you've really hurt somebody else. But ultimately, it's your destiny. And you do make the decisions. You conscious being, awakened and aware, you are able to decide which path to take, and it's up to you. But the thing is, it's this whole, and excuse me if I say this wrong, life is a cosmic tapestry, and we each are a thread in this tapestry. And I saw this in my recent ego death experience, which doesn't necessarily mean that I don't have an ego, by the way. That's not what it means. I definitely have an ego. I love my ego. We are each a thread of this huge, beautiful tapestry. And no matter what way we go, we just choose different colors to put into this thread. And when you scope out, when you look at the macro, it's still perfect. Whether we die or whether we live, whether we get sick or whatever happens, whatever choices we make, every choice we make is important. Getting sick, getting deathly ill, or getting, having challenging life experiences happen to us, those are all the sum, the accumulation of decisions we've made in our lives and thoughts that we thought. Everything we think, everything we say, all the actions we take, everything matters. It's all relevant. Every emotion you have, don't think that you feeling sad about something doesn't matter, or that you feeling jealous or hurt by somebody doesn't matter. It matters. It really matters. And it is very important for you to be happy. The overall topic that I wanted to discuss today is the free will versus destiny thing. What I want to impress upon you is that you do have free will. You can literally decide whatever you want to decide right now. You can make any decision in your life. You can change your life completely. You can go join a nunnery. You can go become a rock star. You can throw your life in the trash, or you can become president. You can do anything. And no matter what you do, it's still going to be destined. And that's because on a cosmic divine level, there is no this or that. It's all encompassing. Everything already has happened in infinite different ways. It's already happening at the same time. So imagine thinking that your decision is not going to be destined. No matter what you decide, it's still your destiny. I think that we have this misconception that destiny has to be this one life path. And that's not really how it is. It's all perfect. Whatever you decide, it's perfect. The thing is, you can choose to live life really well. You can choose to be supported by this beautiful, infinite love that cherishes you and treasures you just for simply existing. You can return to your center every day and make the right decisions for you to follow the most optimal timeline. Because there are infinite amounts of timelines, so why not choose the best one for you? Why not live the best possible life you could live here and have that be your destiny too? This cosmic tapestry is alive. And though I do believe that we have certain appointments, certain soul contracts that we've decided on and made on another level, on a soul level, we can do whatever we want with those. You don't have to be with your soulmate, or you can be with your soulmate. You don't have to fulfill the obligations. You just have to become aware that they are obligations and then maybe work through them in different ways. I do believe that there are certain appointments, definitely. And I still think those are part of our destiny. But what we do with those appointments, how late we arrive to them, who we bring with us to them, who we are when we come to them. And appointments, I mean contracts, right? That's all up to us, and perfect. You can't do wrong. But even if you can't do wrong, the goal is to do right. The goal is to live at the best of your ability, to be the most loving and compassionate person you can possibly be, to throw away judgment of others and of yourself. I think the most important lesson I've learned from my awakening and from all these near-death experience accounts is that we are way, way too hard on ourselves. And it's time to realize that that's not what we came here for. We didn't come here to suffer. We didn't come here to beat ourselves up, to work at jobs that we don't love, to be diseased and sick. And it's all choices that we make, and we can make the decision to align with that cosmic divine power, with that godly goddess, universal intelligence, and to trust so fully that we're doing the right thing, that we stop judging ourselves, that we stop judging other people, and that we just live our lives with love and with compassion. And you'll forget sometimes, but as long as you keep bringing yourself back to that center, back to that place where it's like, I am perfect. Everyone around me is so perfect. Everyone is playing out their own dramas, and I'm going to not play out my drama. I'm going to be a conscious, aware being and live my life through love. You just keep bringing yourself to that. And that's a meditation. That's life as a meditation. That's the art of conscious living. Continuously bringing yourself back to your center through your waking moments. At the end of this life, you're going to be accepted and loved unconditionally. You're going to see the perfection that you are. But you might ask yourself, why did I forget this when I was alive, when I was human? Why did I forget this? Why didn't I live knowing how perfect and flawless and loved I am? So today, start to live your life that way, knowing that you are supported and guided and loved every step of the way. And see where that gets you, because I'm willing to bet it gets you to exactly where you've been wanting to go. Eschewing free will or destiny, thinking that there's a separation between the two. There isn't. It is all perfect, and it's all going according to plan. I've seen it myself. I had a dip into enlightenment, and I've been chasing it since then. And then, through plant medicine and through meditation and through studying and researching, I've found that there is this pattern, and that people are seeing the same exact things. And if all these people are experiencing these same things, I'm reading these accounts of near-death experiences for the first time and finally being able to put words into what I myself experienced all those years ago and just as recently as a week ago. There has to be some sort of truth there. And I know that there is. And I think that my life and the way that I live my life and how I have such amazing relationships and such an amazing career. I get to express the things that I learn and know to all these beautiful people around the globe, and to raise consciousness, raise the vibration of the planet so that we can all become conscious, fully aware and awakened beings. I think that my life is a testament that this is true, because this godly divine power takes down my obstacles and takes down my challenges and is with me at all times, just as it is with you at all times if you allow it in. It's with you at all times even if you don't allow it in. But life gets a lot more fun and interesting when you do. I know that this was a lot more dispersed than just about free will versus destiny, but it's also interconnected, that I had to kind of touch on a lot of different subjects. I hope that it was, for lack of a better word, enlightening for you. And I hope that you take something away from this, because what I've taken away from my own experiences is that pure joy is so important, and that our happiness is absolutely crucial. If you want a happy family, if you want a happy career, if you want a happy relationship, if you want a happy whatever it is that you want, it starts within. Once you're happy, everything else around you will start working. It'll gain momentum. It'll all join you in that frequency. Your happiness and well-being really matters. So it's time to focus on that and live lovingly, happily, joyously. Okay, that's it for me. I have other videos I want to record for you, so I'm going to go do that. I love you. I appreciate you. If this video gave you any sort of knowledge that you needed, the information that you needed to live a better life, I'd really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up and if you would subscribe to the channel, because it really helps grow the message and spread the message. And that's really important to me. I love you. Until my next video. As always, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Or don't. It's all perfect. Bye.